Hey friends, I'm Denise. I've been teaching for about 30 years and I thought I would share how to play a couple of math games. So first I'll start with Bump. I did not invent the game Bump, but I have had these versions in my TPT store for I don't know, maybe since 2014 or so. And I have them for multiplication, addition, and blank boards that you can customize yourself. So here's how you play. Each kid would need each set of kids, I usually do it in partners, needs one board, so it's like print and play. And each child needs 10 pop cubes of a single color. I use pop cubes. I'll tell you why in a second, and I'll also show you some alternatives if you don't have these. Most schools have a lot of these laying around, I think. If it's multiplication that you're practicing, you need 2 dice. I love the foam dice because they don't make any noise and they don't tend to ricochet across the classroom quite as much as regular dice. Okay, so if I'm playing with a partner, I roll whatever numbers I get, I multiply. So 1 times 3, I'm the white cubes. 1 times 3 is 3, so I cover the 3. So my friend rolls whatever they get. 3 times 6, 18. So they take one of their cubes and they cover the 18. And you keep playing and you keep playing until the board is covered up. Let's pretend that we've been playing for a while, my friend and I, covering the spaces. And yes, there is a little concern because the pop cubes cover up the numbers, but trust me, once the kids play a little bit, they start to remember where the numbers are. Plus, they could just kind of keep them off to the side a little bit. So let's say my friend is red. They have covered 18 because they rolled and they got an 18. Now let's say I roll and I get 18. Well, I can bump that red right out of the spot. So I'm going to bump this red, I'm going to give it back to my friend, and I'm going to now capture spot 18. That's where the bump comes in. I can bump someone off their spot and take it over. And the reason why that's bad is because the object of the game is to be the first person to get rid of all of your pop cubes. That's why it's important they just have 10 each. So we keep playing for a little bit. Now let's see, we keep playing. My friend goes, I go. Now let's say I roll and I get 30. I've already covered 30. So here's where the popping of the pop cubes come in. I can cover this 30 with another cube. And now it's locked. See how I have 2 there together. Now this 30 spot is locked and it is not able to be bumped. Now, if my friend rolls a 30, they can't do anything because the square is locked. There's not another 30 on the board. Oh, sorry, there is another 30 on the board for this one, so they can take that 30, but they can't cover this one because it's locked. There are a couple of duplicate numbers, but most of the time there's only one. So if we keep playing, my friend has covered this 9, and I get a 9. Again, I could bump them off, take the 9. If they roll and they get a 9, they could bump me off and take the 9 back. So that's where the action comes from, and the kids really like it, the bumping part. So it's basically roll, cover, bump, lock. Those are the 4 things that you kind of have to remember. If you forget how to play the game, the directions are on the bottom. They're very kid-friendly directions for a reason. If the kids forget or you forget, all the directions are always at the bottom of my games. I try to do that on purpose. If you don't have these pop cubes around, you can most certainly use some of these things. If you have these counters around, these were real popular in math manipulative kits. You can just give them 10 each of these. One person's yellow, one person's red. And when they cover, if they lock a square, they just put 2. It's not a big deal. Also, these rainbow cubes you can use. I have a ton of these as well. These actually work out pretty well because they're small enough that they don't cover the number, and then if they lock the spot, they would just have 2 of them on there. So same concept, same principle. I just always used these for whatever reason. Those are my go-to. And another little helpful hint, I bought these from Amazon a long time ago, a big set of them. They came in different sizes. So I put in each pouch, I have 10 pop cubes, 2 sets of 10, and the right number of dice, depending if you're doing addition or multiplication. So that way a kid can 2 kids who want to play can grab a pouch and a board and play the game. Okay, so I have bump in multiplication addition with 3 digits, and if those don't meet your needs or you want it for something else, most include a blank board. Now these are not editable on the computer blank, but you can print them out and write in whatever numbers you want. These were put up on TPT like way before people did editable things. This is like OG TPT. Like this clip art is Thistle Girl. So if you've been around since the beginning, you know, Thistle Girl was real popular. So I have them for all the different months. So I have like Boo Bump for October, Gobble Bump for November. This was January, I believe. Burr Bump. I was into alliteration. Gingerbread Bump. Again, they all come addition, multiplication, and I believe a blank board for most of them. This one also comes without the brown background, so you're not printing so much. Again, back in the OG days, and then you can see my design evolution a little bit. This is one of the newer ones. This is Ninja Box Bump. I had to have the B in there, Ninja Box Bump. I don't know. I just got the clip art I thought was super cute and wanted to use it. So I like to switch them up seasonally because, you know, everything old is new again. Just put a new cover on it, some new clip art, and the kids get excited about it all over again. Trust me, once they start playing Bump, they will ask to play it. They love to play it, and it's just really good for practice. So homeschool, tutoring, your own children, math centers, however you use it, have a ball. They're in my TPT store. Sunny Days, all one word on TPT. Just look for Bump and you will find them, and they are all free. So have some fun with math.